Hey guys, Chef Mark here. What's better at the holidays and football and ham? We're gonna show you a Dr. W glazed ham. It's gonna be great. This one has hickory smoked, has a bone in, which has extra flavor. Let's go grab the other stuff. For a little southern twist on this, we're gonna use a Dr. W soda here. And I picked Dr. W because it's a little more complex flavors on this. It's gonna be a great ooey gooey sticky sauce for the ham. I like to add some fruit to the ham sauce, so I'm gonna grab these dried cherries here. Great source of vitamin A, these are all natural. Adds a good bit of texture and a little tartness to our sauce. Let's go put this thing together. Okay, let's bake this ham. What I want you to do first is you're gonna take your ham, unwrap it, but there's a little piece of plastic on the bottom of here. You're gonna remove that and discard it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our roasting pan here and add our half a cup of cherries down at the bottom. And then place your ham directly on top, inside that V-rack, which is gonna keep it elevated off the bottom. And then I'm gonna take 1.5 cups of our Dr. W, right over the top, and 2 cups of water. And what this is gonna do is when I bake this in the oven, we're gonna go 350 for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's gonna bake, we're gonna baste it every now and then in the oven, and it's gonna start to collect a lot of our juices, which you're gonna utilize later to make a sauce. Okay, while our ham is in the oven, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you've got a while, let's start making our sauce here. So I'm gonna take 1/3 cup of our dark brown sugar, place it in a saucepan. And then I've got 1/3 cup of Dijon mustard. That goes in as well. And then I've got another 1.5 cups of Dr. Dub. We add that to it along with 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar. And from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this on medium heat. And we're gonna let that cook and simmer for about 1/2 hour. What you wanted this to do is you want it to reduce in volume by about half. And it's gonna start to get fairly sticky and it's almost gonna start to coat the back of a spoon. Okay, so it's been about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Our ham is out, nice and warm here, and it's actually got a nice glaze on the top, but we're gonna glaze it even more. So I'm gonna take my ham and simply remove it and put it on the side of your cutting board. My sauce, my little glaze here now, because I've reduced my sauce down halfway, I'm gonna pour that to the side, and let's reserve about 1/2 cup. I'll show you what we're gonna do with that in a second. So I've got that there, and then the rest of this, I'm gonna go in with the sauce, and I've got some reserve juices and my cherries and the Dr. Dub in the bottom. We're gonna pour all that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my roasting pan and put my ham back inside, and we're gonna get a gorgeous glaze on this by taking this liquid and basting the top of it. It's really nice and thick. It's gonna stick to the outside. It's gonna caramelize nice in the oven. We're gonna put all of that glaze over the top of this, brushing the sides, make it nice and even, and we're gonna go back in the oven. Let's go at 450 degrees for 15 minutes. That's gonna really coat the outside, and we're gonna make it gorgeous. All right, let's finish up with this ham. I'm gonna take the ham, it's been glazed, it's gorgeous on the outside. Let's get it out of the pan. So I like to take tongs and maybe a fork. I'm gonna place this, it looks absolutely gorgeous. So let's move our stuff to the side here. And to finish this sauce off, what I do is I bring this up to a boil, and then I take 2 tablespoons of water and a tablespoon of cornstarch, and we're gonna mix that together because we've got some reserve juices in the water and the Dr. Dub in there, but we need to thicken that a little bit at the end, so this is gonna help us do that. So once that comes up to a boil there, I'm gonna stir this in, and we're gonna look for this to be, you can adjust the consistency however you want, but a nice sauce consistency. And all it takes is to bring that up to a boil, maybe 30 seconds or so, and then we're gonna serve that with our ham. Last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna serve this sauce up on the side. Make sure you get all those tart cherries on the inside there. And you know what? Let me show you the bottom of this because I wanna make sure that you get a good look. You got the top view, but if you look at this bottom, all that browning on the bottom of that cherry sauce, this looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks perfect for any holiday.